On this, the 11th day of protests calling for police reform in Denver, the city's police chief announced some movement, 3 modifications to Denver's police's use of force policy. Under the change announced Sunday, Denver police will no longer be allowed to use chokeholds or carotid compression techniques on suspects. Both were already mostly banned within the department, but this change eliminates all exceptions. Denver's change also will require the Denver Metro SWAT team to hit record on their body cameras during tactical situations. And it will require all officers to file a use of force report if they intentionally point their gun at someone. The chief's announcement comes 2 days after a federal judge put temporary restrictions on DPD's use of force on protesters. A lieutenant or higher must now approve use of force on demonstrators only if they personally witness violence or destruction of property. And a judge ordered police patrolling a protest must hit record on their cameras if there's a confrontation with protesters. The chief told us last week several videos that appear to show officers using force on protesters are being investigated by Internal Affairs.